Hey you guys, welcome back to What's Happening. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and if you're not, I hope it turns around for you real quickly. So just to weigh in on this interview that Arionne did, I just want to put my little 2 cents in of what I thought about it. And I'm not going to drag it out. I just want to kind of just highlight some things that bothered me. First of all, I felt like she should have never did this interview. She really kind of exposed herself for who she really is, and she's not that bright. What bothered me was when she kept saying she was smart. Martell said that she was young, spicy, and smart. And I just thought, who just describes herself as spicy? I don't know. I just thought that was just a little weird. But the things that stood out to me was just the fact that she tried to act like she wanted to be remorseful, but it was so fake. She's not remorseful, not at all. And she basically just kind of used this opportunity just to kind of continue to get her name and her face out here for whatever reason, whether that's to try to get on a reality show, whether that's to boost more sales for her online business. But she really just made herself look silly. When she talked about the fact that it was personal between her and Oprah, I almost turned it off because I thought, oh my gosh, like she just cannot be serious. I mean, she's making it like Oprah is one of the directors on the show and she's actually on the set directing the cast members what to say. Oprah has nothing to do with any of that. And it just bothers me that she said that it was personal and that the show turned her against Oprah. And I just keep thinking, she just cannot be serious, because Oprah Winfrey is not losing any sleep over an Arionne Curry. That part right there just baffled me. Now, the other thing that stood out was the fact that she was pregnant by this man 3 times. Where does the common sense kick in after the first pregnancy to say, oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be sleeping with this man. Or 2, maybe he should be using protection. Or maybe even 3, maybe I should be on some form of birth control because this man is married. And it just made absolutely no sense to me. And so if you're pregnant by someone 3 times, that tells me there's not a whole lot of common sense going on here. Not at all. And who would actually be in a relationship with someone, this man is going back home and having relations with his wife? That's just nasty to me. Now, we all know a man will do exactly what you allow him to do. Because she could have cut her ties and ran for the hills, but a part of me kind of feels bad for her just slightly, because 1, she was weak-minded, she was young, but I feel like, Martell, his personality, the narcissistic ways that he portrays, I believe that he mentally manipulated her. And I do believe also that she liked what he was providing. But what I didn't understand was what was the big secret about the things that he bought or paid for. She claims she was going to write this book. She doesn't even have a title for it yet. And I doubt very, very highly that this book will ever surface. But one thing I want to touch on is a conversation I had with a friend who is a psychologist, and we talked about the show and just some of the things that had been going on. She mentioned to me that there are certain stages during an affair. She was saying how there's like an infatuation stage and the brain gets inundated with dopamine. Now, if you're not familiar with dopamine, it is like a neurotransmitter that heightens the sensation of pleasure. It also increases the energy in throughout your body. There's a dating and relationship coach in Ohio. His name is Jonathan Bennett, and he suggested that this level of infatuation is what causes partners to sometimes treat their side chicks, side pieces extra well. And from what we know, Martell was buying her things. We've also heard that he was giving her money to pay her bills. Uh, it is said that the brain releases pleasure chemicals that make falling in love with someone else outside of your marriage or the relationship that you're in, it makes it exciting and a happy experience for some people. And that the feelings that the cheater feels for their side piece brings them back to the happiness of young love that they maybe haven't experienced in years. Now, with all due respect to that and psychology and all those good things, you still have to allow morals to kick in and just knowing the difference between right and wrong. That type of behavior is wrong, especially when it destroys a family and breaks up children from a home that includes their mother and their father. It's just sad that she does not take any responsibility for any of that. So, I'll tell sometimes young people, like, if you're single or just anyone, if you're contemplating entering a situationship or an entanglement, you got to stop and ask yourself, am I putting myself in a position of respect? And am I okay with being somebody else's second best? And so once those intentions become clear to you, everything else should also. After all, you control how much respect a person gives you. And I do feel like Arionne did not have any respect for herself. She did not have any respect for Melody, and no respect for the children, and the fact that she was causing discord or assisting with the discord in this marriage. So that's just my take on it, you guys. I thank you all for listening to me. Please sound off in the comments below. I do want to hear what you all have to say. And as always, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Now, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from what's happening.